This is part two, ladies and gentlemen, of Deroy Cruz for president in 2024. Uh, if Donald Trump doesn't win, the Christian Republican Party has asked me if I would like to run, and I said, I'm not sure, but I'll try. Donald Trump doesn't win, this country is in big trouble. So therefore, I will try to defeat the Democrats in honor of Donald Trump. And let me just say this before I start. If you think Donald Trump was hard on America or bad for America, if you think that he was difficult, wait till you get a load of me. I said in the last video on this subject about the homeless people. Homelessness will become illegal. Homelessness will be illegal. If your tenants do not pay their rent, you do not get to put them out on the street. You take them to the judge, first of all, and the judge will find a place for them. But they will no longer be a nuisance on our streets. People will not come to our states and see homeless people on the streets begging and smelling, and the smell of piss and poop and the garbage that they leave all around. That's going to stop. This year, 2022, has been the worst homeless population and homeless mess that I've seen since the day I was born. This is horrible and it has to stop. Homeless people will be given special IDs when they become homeless. We have a place for them to stay. These abandoned buildings that are up for leasing, until they are leased, there's plenty of room for them to put the homeless people there, or should I say us, to place our homeless people there in the nice warm place, lock themselves in with the accommodations of bathrooms and showers and soap and food. Food will be delivered to them 2 or 3 times a day. There'll be the different store outlets. We will buy soap for them from these outlets. This is very easy, folks. Matter of fact, some people are already doing this while homelessness is legal, but it will become illegal if I become president. Okay? The women and the children will be put in special hotels separate from the men so that they can be protected from what's out on those mean streets. Again, the hotel will feed them Meals on Wheels, perhaps, and if depending on the age of their children, specialty food will be delivered and so forth. Okay, but homelessness will be illegal. A homeless person gets to keep his house or his apartment until the judge finds placement for these homeless people. Depending on the attitude and the trustworthiness of these homeless people, we also have camps. Depending on the age of these homeless people, we also have camps where they can go and work and make a living for themselves while they are being counseled and trained to be put back out into the general population. Okay? Amen. Okay? Healthcare. Healthcare should not be a problem. I'm tired of healthcare being a problem. Okay? I will pick 4 of the best and most cost efficient. Me and my cabinet will pick 4 of the best cost efficient agencies out there. The agencies that we don't pick will have to compete against the ones that we do pick. But I will pick 4. And everybody will fit within those 4 healthcare occupations, okay? Healthcare categories, okay? These people have been doing a great job at healthcare all this time, and the government has been shutting them out because the government has been robbing you of your money, especially those that work, been robbing you of your money. This will no longer be. People that work will receive the same benefits as those that collect government benefits. Okay? They may pay a little bit more because they work, they have jobs. They may pay a little bit more, but they will have the same exact benefits depending on one of the 4 choices that they choose. And there will be one sum for everything. If you have dental, if you have prescription, if you have doctor visits, and so forth, there will be one sum that you pay from your job, okay, or your government service, and there will be one sum that you pay in your taxes for healthcare, okay? And these payments will not fluctuate. They will be the same all the time for the whole time I'm in office, okay? One sum for everything. Guns. My personal opinion is that we don't have enough guns for people that should be carrying guns. Everybody will be, everyone that is not afraid of guns, everyone that is legally qualified, they don't have a criminal record of aggravated assault, rape, assault with a deadly weapon, everyone that is innocent enough to be strapped will be strapped. Students will be carrying sidearms to school every day. Okay? Mothers and fathers will be carrying sidearms to work every day. Everybody that wants to carry a gun and is a legal, abiding, law-abiding citizen will be allowed to be strapped in all 50 states. The same laws, the same gun laws in all 50 states will be the same for all 50 states. It doesn't change because there's crime more in this state and less crime in this one. No. It is time that we start strapping the innocents and killing the criminals instead of the other way around. It is time for the criminals to fear law-abiding citizens instead of us fearing the criminals. When these criminals, these would-be criminals, go out and see that everybody is strapped and ready to draw their weapon at any sign of danger, they will think triple before attacking anyone. This will put a breach in our crime problems, okay? Everyone that is qualified, okay, and cleared by a psyche valve, okay, and a lie detector test will be qualified to not only conceal a gun, a firearm, but carry his sidearm openly, open carry everywhere he or she may go. Okay? The only places where you can't carry a sidearm are places that have maximum security. If it makes you safe to carry your gun to church, then by all means, that is fine with me. However, when it comes to being slain in the spirit, I suggest that you hand your weapon over to the pastor so that you don't fall backwards and the gun goes off while you're being slain in the spirit. Okay? But everyone, from the pastor to the deacon, okay, to the college kids that teach youth group, everyone will be strapped. Teachers, doctors, lawyers, everybody will be strapped if they wish it so. Amen. Okay? Taxes. Why is taxes such a problem? Who are these Democrats that just robbing everybody instead of giving anything? Taxes. One sum for all, just like healthcare. One sum for all. And it doesn't matter how rich you are. It matters what we need the taxes for and how much taxes we need. Everybody will pay one tax. When you open up your check, you'll pay one tax. That tax will be broken into 2 checks. Okay? So when you get paid bi-weekly, there will always be a tax taken out of your check that was broken. Okay? And it will be much, much smaller. Probably $200 less per person of the taxes that you have been paying. Okay? These taxes are out of control, and they're nothing but a scam to rob the people that have invested the most into this country. It is wrong. I'm tired of Nancy Pelosi. She's not going to be in Congress. If she's still alive when I come into office, she will not be in Congress. Okay? How old is Nancy Pelosi? I have decided that people in Congress have to retire by 60. 60 is the longest you can go in Congress. Anybody over 60 is gone. Your Congress days are over. AOC, I don't know what her problem is. I think she should just go out with her boyfriend more often. Okay? And continue to fornicate until she gets a disease. I don't know what to do with her. What is that woman's problem? Okay? Look, AOC, I don't know what I'm going to do to get rid of you. I'm getting rid of you too. I'm tired of you. Okay? Caitlyn Jenner will be my new... There will be no more activists for anything. I said that in the last video. There will be no activists. We don't need activists for anything. I don't believe in activists. Take the word activist out of the dictionary. There is no more activists. There's only one activist for everything. And that activist is in my office. If it's not in my office, if he or she is not in my office, he or she does not exist. There's no activists out there protesting, okay, and marching, okay, and walking on people's property and handing out flyers and getting garbage all over our city. Caitlyn Jenner will be the activist for the LGBTQ community. I'm moving her butt to California with all the LGBTQ people. In Las Vegas, all straight people going to Las Vegas or California will need a visa or a passport to go there. Because why? That territory belongs to the fruitcakes. Okay? That belongs to them. Excuse me. Okay? Brandon Tatum. I know he gave up being a police officer, but I got a better job for him. Okay? Somebody else will have to sell his merch for him. His wife and his kids can do that for him. He's going to be the head of my security. Why? Because somebody's always ready to fight him. People follow him around and want to fight him. Well, instead of them coming after me, they can go after Brandon Tatum, because Brandon Tatum was the one you'll see on the street. Brandon Tatum will be my head of security. Every time you think you're going to get rough with Brandon Tatum, you're going to have about 20, 30 guys, okay, busting you up, okay? So Brandon, don't even worry about it, buddy. I got your back. Okay, Joe Rogan. I don't know why, but I'm considering him for Homeland Security. I am considering him for Homeland Security. I haven't made up my mind yet. But he just seems like he'd do a good job. And I'd like to get him off of YouTube and put him somewhere where he can do something more tangible than run his fat mouth. Okay? I think he'd do good for Homeland Security. Okay? I said in the last video that we need to separate these cultures. It's not fair to people who go down to their hit city or town and want to just enjoy food with their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their spouse or their children. And here come these loiterers who don't have no money to shop, have nowhere to go, nothing to do. They're tired of playing video games, so they want to come down and mess with you. Okay? And stand in your way and block your traffic. Okay? We are going to separate these cultures. We are going to separate these characters. If you want to be in the city, you will need a special ID to be in any major city. That goes for everybody. Along with your license, you will have a special ID that will match you up with your license. This special ID is an interview that asks you, for example, why you want to be in the city of Pittsburgh. Why do you need to be here? Speaking of Pittsburgh, all major cities, we are taking housing out of the cities. The city is not for the broke bunch. We have places for people that are broke. We have better places for people that are broke. Okay? The city is for the wealthy people. The cost of living goes up in any major city. Why are broke people down there being a nuisance in the city? We're going to bring these broke people to a city of their own. But as far as our major cities, you will need a special ID to match up with your driver's license or your state ID that tells us why you are in the city in the first place. And it won't be just because you want to go look at the girls or because you want to sell some stolen item that you stole. No, it will be because you want to really put money into the city, whether it be through eating or working or selling or buying. You will need to explain why you need to be in any one city. There are no more loiterers in our cities. Okay? No more loiterers. We are going to separate cultures. Wealthy people will be with the same people in the city that they are in with the country. Okay? Middle class people will be with middle class people. Poor people will be with poor people. That way there is no war, there is no fighting, there is no jealousy. Okay? We will have wall-to-wall security. We will turn America into a police state if necessary. The whole entire America will become a police state if necessary to make sure everybody is living a comfortable culture. From the poor to the rich, everyone will live a comfortable culture with the people that they are comfortable with. Okay? It's not fair that the poor people get to be a nuisance to the rich people. It's not fair that everybody is trying to attack the middle class people. Okay? That's going to change. There will be a no loitering policy for the entire 50 states that says everyone that shops or travels will have an ID that matches up with their driver's license that explains that you've been interviewed and we trust you to shop and buy and sell and eat and entertain yourself without being a nuisance to others. Okay? And this will also stop crime. Okay? Police reform. Everyone wants police reform. The way we are going to do police reform is the police are going to be more active in each community. Okay? The police are going to hang out in your community, every community, the rich community as well as the poor community. The police are going to be everywhere like roaches. Instead of them sitting in an office somewhere complaining and moaning about how they hate their job and their pension while they suck down donuts, they will be highly involved with the community. There will be no reason when I get finished with all of y'all's butts, okay, for anybody to claim that a cop is racist or a cop is afraid of other races or a cop is trying to be white supremacist or black supremacist or any kind of supremacist, because they will be so busy with the communities that you won't be able to say that any longer. Also, I will put more white people in communities with blacks and more blacks in communities with whites. I will have more blacks doing small town police work and more whites in the urban communities. Since black folks love shooting up black cops faster than they like shooting up white cops anyway. So, I will make the switch that will make the difference. There will be so much racial unity in America by the time I step down from office, you'll want me to do a third term. Okay? Are you following along so far? Two more to go. There will be laws for the LGBTQ community. Okay? Yes, even way down in California where I never go. In Las Vegas where I never go since I don't gamble. Okay? But if I want to gamble, move over. I'm coming. With a visa, with a passport. Don't touch me. Give me some space. Thank you very much. I don't want to breathe your mess, your air. I don't want your COVID. Okay? Give me my space. And in the space of anyone that would come down to that area, that would be courageous enough to come down there and be with you. The only people that get to go into the LGBTQ community without a passport or a visa, they will have a special ministry card. Okay, are the evangelists, the Christian evangelists. They will be allowed to go down into any LGBTQ district and minister. They have a card where they get to go into restaurants and eat for free. They get free parking, free meals, okay, and free hotel and whatever they need to evangelize these freaky people, okay. Praise the Lord, okay? So they're going to evangelize them, and we're going to show our appreciation by giving them a card where they get everything free, providing they are true Christians and have a license that licenses them to do ministry, okay? The projects now are no longer free for all, okay? Free to rob the government, free to lie and say you need to live in the projects because you're too lazy to go out and get a real job. No, the projects are now places where people that have a criminal history, we have enough people, I have to be careful what I say right here, we have enough people, okay, that fit the bill. They will still overfill the project, but the projects will be ran by the police. For people that have criminal history of misdemeanors and have been in and out of prison, the projects now belong to them. And they are ran from the top to the bottom by police. Shift by shift. There will be 3 shifts of police for every housing unit. There will be shifts of police watching over the people and making sure that the people follow the rules. They will not tear up the projects no more. They will not walk all over each other's property and smoke weed on each other's property. Okay, if weed is going to be legal, I will provide a place where you can smoke weed. It won't be at the bus stop. It won't be on the outside of your property where other people have to share the smell with you. Okay, if you want to smoke weed, and if they're going to fight me to let weed be legal, I will provide a special place for you to smoke weed. Okay, and anyone caught away from that space smoking marijuana will be immediately arrested. Amen. We might start going back to smoking inside our homes because there's more people outside that have to be nuisance by our smoking behaviors. So we will go back to being allowed to smoke cigarettes and whatever else we smoke inside our homes. But if you do smoke marijuana and you have children, your children will be taken from you, whether marijuana becomes legal or not. If you have children, you cannot smoke marijuana, period. If you are a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, okay, somebody that counsels people, you cannot smoke weed, period. The only people that can smoke weed are people that have no friends, have no family, okay? They live all by themselves, okay? They can smoke weed to deal with their depression or whatever it is they think they're dealing with, okay? But we will be doing the war on drugs, okay? And everybody in Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia, for example, will be put in a camp where they can be rehabilitated. Okay, there will be no selling drugs on our streets. Everybody from the cartels to the gangs will be shut down. The cartel will move back to Mexico. We will make sure they get back over the wall to Mexico where they came from. Okay? And all the gang members from Mexico. Okay? We don't even care to look and see if they're legal or not. They are leaving. They are out of here. Okay? If I become president. Oh, you thought Donald Trump put you through something. Oh, I'm going to get out a belt and whoop some behinds. Okay? No drugs. It's very simple. We go after the cartels and the big drug shipments, and we stop them in the river and in the skies, and we stop them everywhere they happen. And every time somebody has a drug habit and he knows who his suppliers are, if we don't have the name of his suppliers, we will put him in prison or her in prison. We want the name of the supplier, and we will arrest the person doing the drugs. We will arrest the supplier and all his co-workers, his partners in crime, until we get to the main boss. And then we will arrest them all according to the intent of their involvement with drugs. Okay? Marijuana is bad enough. I'm not having mercy on anything else. Okay? But again, I want you to be very careful to understand that we will stop crime at any cost. There will be no more protests on the streets, as I said in the last video. Protests are for indoors among the people that care about you protesting. You will protest with the people that listen to you. For example, people who are poor, okay, rich people are not going to listen to your protests. Okay, so you will protest to the poor people that want to listen to you. Hopefully you have enough sense to show them how to get up on their feet without trying to rob the rich, and vice versa. The same goes for the rich. It'd be totally evil of you to make a mockery of the poor. Okay? We are going to separate these cultures, and we are going to get rid of all free speech. The only free speech you have will be online to people who want to support your free speech. But if you say something that offends another, you can be kicked off of Facebook, YouTube, or any of the other social media platforms just by saying the wrong things, because we are going to have internet police that know everything. They're going to be on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. They will be there to stop the bullies. If you harass somebody on YouTube by taking their videos and posting their videos and changing their videos and altering their videos, their message in any way, our security will wean that out. And if they find that you have done a great injustice to another person on YouTube, your channel will be taken down for a number of years that we will agree upon. And if you do it again, your numbers will be taken down longer. Your videos will be taken down longer. Everyone on YouTube will share free speech with those that are part of them. But those that are opposite of you, okay, you don't get to say whatever you want to say. And this goes for comedy. Will Smith did the slap of the century. Will Smith and anybody's husband will never ever have to get up there and slap anyone at the Oscars again if I become president. But I'm glad Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, because he taught us a lesson that it doesn't matter who you are. You don't get to just say anything because you're a comedian. And because people look up to you as a comedian, you think you can just get away with it because certain people like it and some people don't. No, that's going to change if I become president. Okay? You get up there and you say something that I think is totally ignorant. Like Chris Rock saying that God makes mistakes. Really? Okay, Chris Rock, if I become president, hopefully I won't. Because if I become president in 2024, your career is over, Chris Rock. You will never say anything rude on any platform like that ever again. God don't make mistakes. Okay? God don't make mistakes. Democrats make mistakes. Liberals and leftists make mistakes. Racists make mistakes. Yes, even some Christians make mistakes, but God don't make mistakes. You say some crap like that while I'm in office, you won't have an office, Chris. You won't have a platform to do your comedy on. You'll be at home running around the house doing jokes with your wife and kids, because you sure won't do them for CBS or NBC or Netflix or anybody. You do that crap while I'm in office. And not only will I get up there and slap you if I can reach you, but I'll make sure that anybody got a problem with me slapping you, they'll lose their careers too. So thank you. I am Deroy Cruz. I am your life applications officer till I become your president. Hope you enjoy this telecast. If you have any questions about my other plans for office, feel free to leave a comment and I will let you know in a video what I will do for you in your group, okay, if I am selected as president. Thank you very much. Deroy Cruz, your life applications officer, signing off. I will let you know soon who my vice president might be, and there won't be a first lady, so there's a little tension there. You might want to be careful if I become president. God bless you. Have a nice day.